Nobody else is gonna show up, so we're gonna go ahead and, open the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Call the order to the meeting, and we'll see what is that, 6:35? If you want to record it, I'll call roll call. So let's see here, Ahern here, Dunbar, absent. Garber, absent. Mr. Locke is also not here. Ken Riley.
You.
All right. John Taras.
Here.
Councilman Weaver.
Here.
Mayor Martyr. And Bart Dunsmore. Not here.
I'd make a motion to excuse the absences.
I will second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Alright. I think you all have a copy of the agenda for today. Just want to buzz through that real quick. You see anything you want to add?
Citizens' comments.
Yeah, that's done on E. So we want to add that, so we got that in there. So we have present there.
I mean, you're asking if there's any citizen comments regarding agenda or non-agenda items, if we're going down that.
Okay, yeah, I got down that we got citizens present, so we'll get their comments. Everybody have a chance to look over the meetings from November 8th? And see any changes or anything?
Weren't you gonna?
Wait a minute,
amend the agenda?
We gotta go, we gotta, are you following the same line?
I was following this here, but I won't look on this yet. Yeah, that's
good.
there.
I got the mail here.
Oh, you're still going down there. This is November's, so if there's anything you wanna change, anything there, that's just,
Oh, okay, I got you.
yeah, this is the draft. Draft from last month.
Sorry.
No, I haven't gotten
No,
it.
you're right, okay.
Weren't you gonna amend the agenda, Steve?
Yeah, so where we at? You approved the minute, we're on the minutes, we're following this one right here.
Yeah, that's today's.
Okay, yes, I would move we amend the agenda under new business, item 1, review of the site plan for the Memphis Meadows condo project. Under new business.
Under
item
new
1.
business, okay, condo project. Alright. Anything else? For new business, or anything else on the agenda?
Get a second, vote on it.
Alright, can we get a second?
Second.
Alright, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? And motion carries. Okay, November 8th meeting minutes. Did you see anything on there? Is there anything that we might have missed? I really didn't see anything.
I'll move we adopt the meetings at the minutes for November 8th as presented.
Second.
Come on, get us, did you say second? Okay, all approved, or all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Alright, motion carries on that. Okay, citizens' comments. Is that where we're at there, Mr. Weaver?
Yes, I believe so.
Alright, I think we have, Mr. Wilson is in presence today.
I think I talked to mostly over Steve this night, what's going on here, and I think he can handle it, but basically the plan submitted by the Mark and Mike are basically a conception of what they want to do. It's not the final plans. It's not it doesn't have the infrastructure or anything like that on. They would like this approved through the council and the planning commission, and if we approve that, then they'll proceed with the plans and submit them. So, and that's the ones you'll go over very thoroughly.
Okay. And these are the plans here.
This is the overall concept,
Yeah.
the layout of the road, the layout of the buildings, and then phase 2 will be the actual, size of piping and all that stuff that your engineering firm will have to
Okay.
if you approve it.
Yeah, I'll just make one further comment too, that when they approached us 3 years ago, they purchased that land, and phase one was the houses that were on Pratt Road and Bell River, and phase two would be this project. I think it's a little over 8 acres where they put that condos in, so then now they want to do phase two, so start working on, and putting the infrastructure in will take quite a bit of time, so.
Solid year.
Solid year. When are you looking at starting this project?
As soon as you guys get, we're hoping to start in the spring.
Starting in spring?
We're hoping to start in the spring. But that's when everything gets approved, after the engineering's approved.
Okay.
They'll have
Permits are pulled
to-
in.
They'll have to go to our engineer for their approval as well, so.
Yeah, the goal will be to start when
Yeah.
the ground thaws and hardens a little bit.
And Bart will look at it pretty thoroughly too, because you're tying into the sewer system, water mains and so on. So he'll look at it very thoroughly as well.
Okay, has Bart looked at them then already, or
Well,
DPW?
he looked at this, but he hasn't, of course, none of the infrastructure's on those prints there, so they'll only proceed with that until after we approve the concept.
Right, because there's no sense to do all that engineering.
Right,
Say,
right, if
"We
you,
don't-
yeah,
we don't
then
want
try
it."
to dig around.
We're not gonna bother. That's
Is it-
what we're hoping to get, approval that you guys like it, and something
Okay.
you wanna see.
So do we get a look at the final print before we approve the whole project, like the engineering part of it?
Oh, yeah, you'll have, well, Mark can tell you, but you'll have complete prints
Yeah.
that'll
Okay.
say the whole infrastructure, elevations and et cetera.
It'll be a roll, you're gonna end up with a roll about that big.
Yeah.
It'll have
I'm more
every,
than familiar with prints.
every manhole, every, has to be detailed, every piece of pipe, it's
Right.
a lot of
Would it-
work, that's why we don't do it unless we know we can go.
So they consider the water system, the size of the pipe, the fire department needs or future.
And we've already allowed, that's one thing that just came up with Pete from Urban Land, we're putting in an easement, excuse me, between these two lots here, because we're already pretty darn sure they're gonna want a loop in the water system, not just a single pipe coming in.
Circulating feed for the water
Right, so
distribution.
there'll be an
Fire department.
easement between these two lots, and will, the water would come in here as well as come in. off
I've got
the-
that mentioned in the note that we'll pass that on to council.
Yeah, so that's already,
And
that's
we're
come up
gonna
already.
in and out of this property now.
Right now there's only one access.
Okay.
I think Bart certainly recommends I'm sure engineering will follow it.
It's all, the fire department's almost, it's in the state of Michigan, the fire safety code or where, we're almost positive they're gonna require the water loop. It's just.
It's more beneficial also too.
What's that?
It's beneficial.
Yeah,
Less
and it's
stagnant
just-
water.
If there's a problem, if there's a problem on that end, they sit and fight a fire from this end, and it just makes sense, so we've already allowed for it.
So is it going to are we going to council with this first and then to us? Or do we take a look at it first and send it to
Well,
council?
wait.
Or,
We're just trying to approve the plans that are here right now, the concept. That's gonna go to council. And council will review that, and we'll wait for the next phase from Mark and Mike.
It already went to council then council submits it to the planning commission. The planning commission will make a recommendation then to council, and then council will, well, I'm sure they'll approve it. I can't see a problem at all, so.
right. Well, that's what I'm asking. I mean,
Yeah, we just put it back in council's court after this step.
Okay, so this is
We
ours
hear
then.
back from council at that point.
okay. Did you guys already push it over? So this is already over to us?
No, this is what we were going to push to the council.
Oh, okay, so council's still reviewing reviewing.
Well, they're gonna review what we send them, our recommendation, our motion.
There's 4 units per building?
5 and 6, some are, no, I'm sorry, 4 and 6.
And that's the only copy, that's what I was asking.
See, these are 4s, these are 6s along here, these are actually 5s in the middle, you got 4s along here.
Okay.
So it's kind of a meld, Right now, our thought is the 2 units will be ranch units, and then these 3 will be one of the townhomes, colonial style, 2-level here in the middle. So that way, some people that don't want stairs, we have ranches available.
Right,
or
yeah.
Younger people don't mind it, but colonials.
I think the ranch types, I think, talking to Mark, they'll be between 1,200 and 1,300 square feet. And
Oh, that's a nice
the
size.
other townhouses will be up in the 1,900 square feet.
1,800.
And some may have basements, but if they do, the whole
building.
the building will be basements.
Mhm.
Some may, I don't know. We haven't made a decision. Just
Yeah, we haven't gone that far yet.
No, it's
Kind
not
of
that far.
in the planning, just like, you know.
So what do you, just curious, what do you do between the walls for the neighbors?
There's a fire partition, it's actually, it's a.
That's
pretty
an
depth
FBA
road.
now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a double wall,
It's
and then you
double.
got 2 layers of 5/8 fire code drywall
Mhm.
in between those 2 walls.
Mhm.
Noise
So
reduction too.
noise reduction as
Yeah.
well as fire.
Yeah, that's my thought.
And then
Yeah.
they're all
Reduction.
insulated, and
Yeah, it's a little bit different now. I
Yeah.
mean,
then the roof sheeting on each side of that partition wall has to be fire code,
Yeah.
fire rated plywood, 8 feet on each side.
I
There's a
just,
whole
I
code.
just look at quality wise, because neighbors don't want to hear
Yeah.
neighbors, you know.
No, they're
Yeah.
insulated.
But I got one more question.
is there
Mark.
smaller
I know-
copies in there that we can?
You can review that if you want.
Okay.
I've had it for the last, but you're happy to review it. Just take it back.
Okay, yeah,
sit
because I
down.
want the other, I want the other ones to take a look at it too, see if they have any questions.
Some kind of development, something like this, will have sidewalks just on one side of the street. And parking then is only allowed on that side of the street where the sidewalks are. What's your plans on that?
Well, these units will have garages.
Okay.
You know, as you can see them, they're kind of drawn in, they have garage. I think the ranches are 2 garage, the concept right now, the ranches are a 2-car garage, the townhomes are a 1-car garage, just because of the narrowness. And then we have, obviously, sidewalks
They're,
all the way around on the road.
they're all 3-bedroom condos?
These ranches would potentially maybe 2-bedroom, and these would be 3-bedroom.
Okay.
So these are the single level, these are the single?
The centers are colonials, the outsides will be ranch.
Okay, all right.
So that way you get a few, at least there's some side windows on the upstairs. You know what I
Right, so
mean?
you're not
You don't
looking
just
at-
have front and back, they're not,
You're not in a box.
well, a shoebox, yeah, front and back.
What about space for additional parking?
Pardon me?
What about space for like additional parking, like if
Family.
yeah, family over to visit?
Well,
or-
you got the driveway, so you got the garage, and then you also have,
Okay,
there
you
is
figure it's
driveway.
probably gonna be minimum 2 cars per household.
Mhm.
unless it's-
We definitely have 2-car parking in the driveways,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then whatever.
Yeah, I see 1, 2, 3 driveways right here.
How many people you figure will be in there if it's all done and filled out?
64 units,
Yeah.
64, 68, let me say, 68 units.
One road in?
You told me 64, but I think.
One road in, you
60,
got
I
a
mean,
minimum
that's
of
68.
120 cars gonna be moving through
That'd be a
there.
good place to sell Goodfellas newspapers, right? on that
There you
one-
go.
One road in and out, Goodfellas newspapers, right? on that one
A
road.
lot of trick or treaters too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a,
it's a lot of traffic. It's a lot of traffic. Because you figure, a husband and wife or a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, they're gonna be going to work every day, right? And with that many units, you're gonna have a minimum of 120 vehicles traveling in and out of there every day.
I imagine some of the ranch type condos will be more for retired people like me or something like that.
right, instead of going up
We can't go-
downstairs.
Yeah, I have a hard time.
You don't
getting up
seem to be
downstairs
retired to
now.
me, what are you doing here?
You know, don't take it for granted. That's- My grandfather was 93
Was
and
it-
he still skittled around.
And what we found, a lot of condo people are older, I mean, they're not, the younger people gravitate towards homes. And older folks retire now.
Yeah, they want
Maybe
to
not
sell their
quite as
property.
retired as Larry, but, you
I get it.
Okay.
Gotcha. All right.
There's gonna be an association and everything to maintain it and all that?
know,
Okay.
So it is going to be
You
an
guys
HOA
have all
then?
that
Yes.
planned? Yeah, there has to be.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
there definitely is an HOA. Yeah. There's actually an HOA for all the homes,
Yeah.
even though there's really nothing to maintain.
They're not gonna maintain for the home.
There is a
This will
homeowner
be-
association for all the
Yeah.
development homes now.
Is that plan already put together for the association or no?
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah.
already in existence, oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
For the condos or the homes?
For the condos?
No.
No.
I'm sorry, the homes that exist, but we can show you a sample, and we've got dozens, you know.
Okay.
And each one's tailored, I mean, some of them are all the way down to what color windows you can have, you know.
Yeah.
So what
certain
stays
fencing.
consistent within,
Exactly, so it's tailored to each community and each development, and, you know, a lot of times city has what they wanna see, or don't wanna see, generally is what it is, what they don't wanna see.
Right.
any other questions, gentlemen?
I think I'm good. Thanks for answering the question.
No,
I
no problem,
appreciate
that's
it.
why, if they're here, better to have them now than to
Yeah.
postpone it for a month and have to come back.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the site plan as presented to give it, to move along to council, but also with the notes that continuous loop might be needed for the city water in phase 2 of the project to meet pressure needs that might be required. And that would be contingent on that. And also lagoon capacity appears adequate for the phase of the condo construction. However, DPW would like engineering to review and confirm this. So those two caveats, just to on the record. I would make a motion to approve the plans as sent to council. And I'll include that with in the
And you mentioned one smaller to share with the rest of the folks. I can email it if we have it in PDF. I can send you a copy.
Okay,
if you-
yeah, that way at least I can distract,
Yeah,
give it to
yeah.
the other commissioners that can see what we're doing,
You write your
what's going
email
on with
address
it.
down and I'll
I'm
send-
sorry?
If you write your email or where do you want me to send it? I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'll send you an email for it,
Okay.
that'd be great.
And I'll send you that. You can distribute it that way.
Okay, cool.
If it's easier, just send it to Donna, City Hall, you know.
Okay, yeah.
And she can just
Okay.
go that way, you don't have to.
I'll
Yeah.
send it. I'll send
That'd
it
be
first
great.
thing
Yeah,
tomorrow.
that'd be fine too.
Perfect.
Give a second.
I'll second your motion.
All in favor?
Alright.
Aye. All opposed? Okay, motion
Very
carried.
good. Thanks so much, Mark.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All
Thank
right.
you very
Good
much.
night, Mark.
Mark, the next council meeting is on the 9th instead of the 2nd.
Okay.
That covers the citizens' comments, Mr. Weaver.
Pardon me?
That covers the citizens' comments. That's Mr. Wilson.
Yep, no problem.
Yes.
And any other further communication besides that?
What's
We
that?
good to go there? And we marked on the new business, and I forgot that, oh, that's down there, the unfinished business anyway, so.
I got you. All right, I'm good. Thanks for your help.
So we got the approval of the condo deed. That's going to council. We'll just get you can take that, Mr. Weaver, and then we'll just get the PDF file.
I'm just gonna bring that back to the office. I'm talking to him. I'm gonna bring that back to the office. I've looked at him, I've had him for a week.
Okay.
And returned it down, a little beat up, but
Yeah, return them to Donna, and then when Mark sends a PDF, and then we'll just use those ones and look it up. I mean, we've already looked it up, and it looks pretty good. So, we don't have any other new business, and we're on unfinished business. But to review the master plan, Councilman Weaver.
I'm gonna leave, okay?
yeah, we'll see you later. Thanks for
See you,
coming by.
thanks, Larry.
See you later.
You should have a copy that he brought in of a rewrite.
You'll be able to look up on your master plans. I've tried to break down, there's 17,
17,
parcel
18,
18, 19, then one on 19, and one on 21.
Right. Let's see
I would
here.
just take them home and, compare them, see if there's anything, spelling, grammar, anything, whatever, and if it needs approval, or you want to add edits, we can decide on that next week, since we didn't really have a chance to proactively go over before tonight's meeting.
Yeah, because yeah, that's just kind of like limited today. I know everybody wants to.
There's a couple of, if you just want, I'll make a note of one thing there on the first one on page 17. Now, all those categories had it broken down into percentages and acres. I wasn't really getting hung up on a lot of that. I did include a little bit.
Okay.
However, on the vacant lands, I talked to Amber about that. I have a question mark there. It's approximately however many acres, but I'm going to make a list up off of, the maps that we got here now. I got both sides of the city
Oh, great.
that has lot numbers on, or rather, tax ID numbers. Be able to, I'll generate a list of those and ask Amber to calculate what the acreage is on that, because I think it's important to know that stat, just so that we have a good idea. So we'll fill that in before we approve it. That was the major thing that I wanted to
That'd be great.
figure out. And also with the commercial overlay district, now that we got both sides, I wanted to be up to current on how many acres that involves, since we changed it. And again, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'll go through there and make a list of all the tax ID numbers and ask Amber to look up the acreage, because she said she can get, be able to pull that information up associated with the ID, the tax ID number.
Yeah, that would make it a little bit more better for the master plan that we get.
Yeah.
Have a little bit more, not, I mean, that's not gonna be super accurate, but at least it's gonna be close to.
Oh, it should be exactly accurate. It's going to include all the, exactly how this is the Memphis side of it, which, it goes down to, Main Street down to excluding these few properties, but you see each one has a number on it.
Yeah.
All the way up, and we'll have to do the same thing with changing the industrial, L1, light industrial. There's a few changes, but we'll get to that. We haven't got to that yet, but again, we'll probably want to update that to show exactly how much acres is there, because we are going to be changing that around a little bit if we add, or, depending on what we do. If we leave it alone, it'll be the same, but if not, there's a few changes that are recommended from the last master plan that we incorporate a couple different parcels in there, and ones at the north end of town that are currently not listed as L1. So that's down the road. That was my idea for just pursuing that aspect of it, and that part of the plan. So that's really all I can tell you about what I've done here for these 4 different rewrites. And your ideas, of course, are welcome, and feedback is appreciated.
Okay. Well, now that we have a copy of it,
So we'll review next time we meet.
yeah,
We'll
we could do
see
that.
if we can-
We'll do a review on it next
Post
meeting.
them. Maybe we could even post what I got here. I have them in emails. So if you could show
Okay.
me tonight, maybe.
Yeah, we could do that
We could get
right
them
after
on
the
there.
meeting.
So they're there for Ken if he wants to do.
Okay. Did you send them to Ken already or no?
I did, but he said he had a little trouble posting them or something. I'm not sure. Well, I'll look at the email later, see what he said.
Okay.
Just a small glitch, but
Awesome.
figure it out.
Yeah, I can get that updated. Any questions on that, guys?
No.
Okay. We'll move on, okay. Well, then I'll make a motion just to table this until next meeting when we have the other commissioners, so we can go over a little bit more in detail, get it up on Dropbox, get our secretary here.
I don't think we really need a motion. We'll just come under reviewing the master
All
plan.
right, we're gonna do it, move it to unfinished business.
Just leave it under review of master plan.
Okay.
I'll make a note of it though, just so that we.
Okay, all right.
Review the rewrites. for
I'll
next
let
time.
the others know that it's gonna be in Dropbox, so they don't walk in next month and go on.
Yeah, if we manage to accomplish that, I'll include that in
Make sure
the
they all get
minutes.
emails, hey, find this, so.
You guys are okay with the Dropbox? Have you checked into it or? Okay, you're good with it too? Okay, well, I'll walk you through it if you got a couple minutes afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it open right now. Okay. And that's unfinished business item number 2, updating the commercial overlay district language.
I thought we did that.
That's what I said. We just did that. Do we want to motion this or do we want, we said we still gotta get the numbers on it, so. We need the percentage, yeah, the vacant land.
Well, I think one we zeroed in for commercial overlay district language, just a description of what that was in the zone.
Mhm.
And I think we approved that for our draft anyway. I thought.
Yeah, I'm not sure when it says update commercial overlay district language.
I don't know why that's there.
That's what, I mean, that's what I was asking about it.
Not that I couldn't have missed something. There's a lot of details here, but we did that description, actually, council adopted the
The
language that
one
kind of
that you did.
reiterated what commercial district overlay was.
Yeah.
So that is already been adopted. I think we did that last meeting in council.
Okay.
So we have that, so that's actually done.
Okay.
And we'll just copy that language into, in the zoning section, you know, where we describe each zone, we got 7
Okay.
different zones, so we'll just put that in there. But I think we really have that complete.
Yeah, I think we did, because I remember looking over for that section and approving it at a couple of meetings.
Yeah,
I think
and then it
last-
went to council, we read it once, and the second time it came out, we voted on it and passed.
Okay. All right, cool. Moving on, designated and provided city emails. John Locke, myself, and Ken Dunbar went to that St. Clair County I can't remember what workshop. I was like for better words. Workshop in regards to, I know we all have personal emails, and what would be better is instead of using personal emails, because they can't, from what the lawyers are saying, those can be subpoenaed, your phones can be subpoenaed. Anything that happens within the city, if you're using personal emails on your personal phone, they can be subpoenaed for court. So my suggestion or my recommendation is actually creating a new email, whether you use Gmail, Yahoo, it doesn't matter, something that we can send just strictly city business to. And I was messing around before. I said I went to currently and they didn't have anything, but I came up with something like this. Just basically your first initial, last name, you have to put a hyphen, you can't put a dot. I found out. So like first initial, last name, hyphen, Memphis, MI Planning at whatever you want to use. Or Memphis, MI Planning, hyphen, and then your name. This is an email that you create and have your own password. And then if any of us move on from the Planning Commission, you can delete it at any time. As far as I know, I don't think there's a statute of limitations in regards to having it or anything that's in there, sending it to city for them to destroy. So that's kind of what I came up with, even with city council stepping away from those personal emails. I mean, I have 2 phones. I have my personal phone, my work phone. My work phone's always
So we use whatever.
yeah. This is just how I see it should be. One, showing your name so they know who you are, and that you belong to the Memphis, Michigan Planning,
Okay.
or just something similar to, so you have to do it
Well,
this
we all want to
way.
have the same Memphis Planning Act.
Everybody try to be uniform. So
Memphis, Michigan Planning, the spelling, capital letters, all that stuff's gotta be exact, we want the same for everybody.
I would like it.
Yeah, okay.
It would just make it a lot easier instead of, so K Dunbar, hyphen Memphis MI Planning at whatever, yahoo.com, AT&T, currently.
Are email addresses case sensitive?
Email addresses are not case sensitive, passwords are.
Right, but just
And
mentioning upper, lower case.
due to what we're seeing on the news in regards to emails getting hacked, companies getting hacked, security breaches, I would create a big enough password. On my company, as a matter of fact, we would just change our passwords. It's now 16 characters. It's just a lot hard, and it just makes it more difficult for anybody to get into that email. And
We gotta change ours every 3 months on 2-factor authentication, so it's
my company is the same way.
contracts.
We're a national security provider, or
There you go.
world security provider, so we have to conform to their standards also. That's pretty much I have on that. Just something similar to that. Either one of those 2 formats, it's okay. I guess you can use. Currently, it just seems more professional currently because it is AT&T. If you have an AT&T account, use AT&T.net. If not, or Comcast. I like to stay away from the Yahoo and the Gmail, and try to stay within, the other ISPs. Any comments from anybody? Commissions, council?
All is well. Merry Christmas.
All was
Yeah.
well. Okay, can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting? All right, all in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carried.
What was the email?